Hey, it's Jacob from MotorAndAutoGroup.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at using the UConnect 4C system in a 2018 Jeep Wrangler. Alright, so here's the UConnect 4C system. Right now we're on the radio. You can see we can browse different stations. We could do, for example, just skip. We could tune a certain station if we know what we're looking for. We could pop up a little map with navigation on it. Over here we're going to have our audio settings that we could shift around. Speed adjusted volume, so the volume in the car will increase when our speed increases. We go over to Sirius. We could browse, for example, genre or channel. We could shift around our presets. And if we favorite a song, it will appear here and we'll be able to tell when it's on air. We go to the game zone and select the team, and then when they're on air, we can see what's happening and go listen to them. We could go look at traffic and weather for certain areas. And then there's also this featured, which is going to show the popular stations, for example, you can see. And you're going to have access AM, FM, Sirius. And say we want to change our presets here too, as you can see, you can scroll through them. But say we're on this channel and we want to make that a preset, we just click and hold, and it'll change it for us. You can see you can replay. A lot of the functionality is going to be the same between all three of these. Over here, there's going to be tons of vehicle information. So for example, home, if we had a question, we could go understand the warning lights and indicators, and it'll just tell us a bit about that. So this is going to be a great resource if you ever have any problems. You can just, this has a lot of information that you could read about. So again, there's just several categories in all these articles you can read. But here also we could go to Explore, and then we can see there's photos here. If we click one, we click a certain feature of the car, it will pop up with things relevant to that particular feature. We also go to search and search our problems. If we find an article we find really helpful, we could favorite it so it'll be really easy to find in the future. Index is going to have all kinds of things. We could look at an icon glossary, for example. So these could all pop up on the dashboard and it can tell you more about it. So this is going to be a great resource to look at really if you ever have any problems. Climate, we can control the temperature of the car. You can see these two move up together unless we hit that. Then we can adjust this one without adjusting that one, and vice versa. We could change where the air comes out. We could turn on the defrost. We could turn on the AC, max AC. We can adjust the fan speed up or down. Heated steering wheel, heated seats. Just a lot of options to customize it to your liking. Over here on apps, you're going to see all kinds of the apps you can use. For example, Travel Link, you can see fuel prices. You can see weather. You can also get a look at radar too. So there's just a lot here to help you. You can turn on the heated seats for the driver or the passenger. You can look at projection manager for when you have a phone plugged in. Wi-Fi hotspot, you could get one from Jeep. You can also use your phone. Here's a help button, and that will take you to a UConnect operator if you have any questions. Again, this is going to take us back to the user guide that we were at earlier. App Manager is going to let us close our recently opened apps and show what's running. Backup camera is going to access the backup camera. And then here you can turn on the heated steering wheel. The mirror dimmer. So right here, if there's a car behind you and it's late at night and they have bright lights on, the mirror dimmer will adjust it to make it easier for you to see. Radio, again, it's going to take us right back there. You can see it's really easy to navigate. Media, if we have an aux or USB plugged in. Again, that's going to take us back to the climate. Controls will pop up with this, where we could turn on the heated seats or wheels, the mirror dimmer, the backup camera. Navigation is going to take us to the navigation menu. You can see we could type in an address, for example. phone, so if we have a phone connected, we could look at our phone calls or our contacts. We could send a message. We could go make a display. We could take any changes. We could turn off the touchscreen beeps. We could change our units. Voice, we can change how detailed we have to be when using the voice commands and show whether the command list is on or off. Auto on, we could control when the heated steering wheel turns on and whether it's remote start or all starts. See, there's just a lot you can customize and change. And then audio settings is going to take us right back to that. So that's a look at the apps. If we go over to controls, it's going to be that one menu you saw earlier, where we could adjust things like the heated seats and the backup camera. Navigation will be a map for us to use, so we could go an address, type it in, and it'll ask us questions to help us find it. You could do points of interest, look for gas stations nearby, restaurants. There's a lot. You could view the map. You could change your settings. You could come over here. So like speed limit, you could change it to when it shows speed limits. You could also have it announce and beep when you go over the speed limit. You could look at traffic. These are just some settings you can customize. Information. You learn about the traffic. You learn where you are. Phone, again, this is going to be that phone menu we saw earlier, and that's just going to show you what you can do and how you can make calls. So then we could turn on also, rather than just connecting with Bluetooth, we go plug in an iPhone to use CarPlay, or you could connect an Android device for Android Auto. So we're going to plug in our phone here, and things will pop up on your phone. You're going to have to allow them so it can like access your contacts, for example. So now you can see we could access our phone and our calls. We could access our music. We could use our phone's built-in maps if we didn't want to use the cars. You see, you can just, this will be using your phone's data though. We could hit the home button to go home. So we could look at our messages or send a message. We go to now playing. We could look at our podcast audiobooks. You can see it'll be a list of our audiobooks or podcasts that we could then play over the car. So that's going to be CarPlay just like in a normal car. You can see there's going to be tons of things you can do. Over here on the left hand side of the steering wheel, you can see there's going to be a button. So if we press that, we could do a voice command such as tune to channel 2.
Tuning to satellite 2.
So you can see we could change the radio station, for example, or we could set the climate. So for example, over here, you can see if we press it, set the temperature to 70.
Setting temperature to 70 degrees.
So you can see it made that change. So that's just a brief overview of the UConnect 4C system. Thanks for watching.